Good evening, everyone. Welcome all of you to this webinar. My name is Nanjappa. I'll be the facilitator for this session. Now, this will be a 1-hour session where I will be sharing with you a presentation uh, about how to start your own online teaching journey. So basically, in the presentation, I will be sharing with you a roadmap, okay, a step-by-step process of starting off. So welcome once again, all of you. As I told you, my name is Nanjappa. I am a Google certified trainer and I am associated with Up Educators for the last 4.5 years. I handle different courses at Up Educators. I handle the A to Z of online teaching. I also handle advanced AI course for school leaders. Basically, how to leverage AI and automate tasks. Okay, so this is one more program that I handle, and I also handle the masterclass on Canva. So a few things about this session. How is it structured? What is it that you will all be learning? So as I told you, 1-hour session, the first 5 to 7 minutes would be about Up Educators, just to give you an idea of why we are having this webinar and what we do at Up Educators. And then we will move on to the actual content where I'll give you the 6-step roadmap on how to start your own online coaching journey. And then finally, I'll end with Q&A, as well as I'll be sharing the link through which you can get the participation certificate as well as the recording of this session. So once again, I will be sharing the link at the end of the session through which you can filling out, which you can get the recording of the session as well as the participation certificate. Okay, so this is how the next 1 hour is structured. So let's start with the presentation. Now, please feel free to unmute and ask questions if you have any. Okay, so let us start. Hope my screen is visible. So basically what we do at Up Educators is we are in the niche of teacher training. So we have different programs for which we have collaborated with different organizations. It could be the Government of India, through which we offer the NASCOM certification as well as the Skill India certification for the courses that we offer here. Google Certified Educator Program, which we run with Google India. We are a Google for Education partner also. We've also tied up with STEM.org, through which we offer different programs with regard to STEM. And one of the most popular courses that we offer is the CICTL program from the Cambridge International Education. So basically, the courses that we offer at Up Educators, it could be the webinar, it could be the 5 weeks, 6 weeks courses are all certified, and our main focus is enhancing the teacher knowledge through which, using the 21st century pedagogy, the latest AI tools, the digital tools, all this. And the main intention is to make learning interesting for the students. Now, we have trained about 1 lakh+ educators across 25 different countries and a lot of schools and colleges, which you're all familiar with. These are few of the ones that we have trained. We are at 5 lakh+ followers on different social media platforms. Basically, we are India's largest teacher community on social media. We are at 4.8 rating on Google, with 4,000+ teachers having given their reviews. And this part is very important when you are thinking of starting your own online teaching journey. I was referring to the Google reviews. We also offer Olympiads specifically for teachers. Our main aim is to have a common platform for, say, it could be the primary teachers, it could be the English teachers, across India and some countries outside India also, where teachers register for this, and the teachers are trained on how do you build lesson plans, how do you use AI effectively, how do you make a lesson plan which is very interactive, and finally they are judged on the lesson plans that they submit. Few of the other initiatives that we have at Up Educators, we have trained 10,000 plus educators in collaboration with Google. Okay, so now let's come to the actual content of this webinar. So I'm sure many of you have planned to start your own online teaching journey. Now, it could be something where you're starting off on your own, like you have your own setup and then you start off, or maybe initially you would want to partner or rather take classes for some other platform. It could be Urban Company, or it could be um, QMath. And then maybe once you are familiar or once you are confident, then you will be moving ahead and starting off on your own. So yes, both options are open for you all. Now, before that, just wanted to have a quick feedback from you all. What do you think is fueling the growth of online teaching in India? What do you think is fueling the growth of online teaching in India? If you want to unmute and answer, it'll be good. What do you think is fueling the growth of online teaching in India? Okay, digital skills. Online teaching gives the convenience of studying at home. Okay, any other? Would you like to add in digital platforms? Okay, homeschooling has started. Okay, so let me just put out a few of the reasons, or rather, what is fueling the growth of online teaching. So, one is the change in the mindset of the teachers, of the parents, and the students also. So, they are comfortable going online and attending sessions or taking sessions. The internet penetration has increased. Laptop and computer ownership has also increased. Now, even I mean, for a student, I think having a smartphone is good enough for them to attend the classes. Traffic and securities are becoming big issues. You have rightly mentioned that. Now, this is something interesting. Previously, when you thought of tuitions or extra coaching that you used to do offline, you were limited to a geographical location, right? So maybe if you're based in a city, 20, 25-kilometer radius, students used to come to you. But now, when you go online, it is across the globe. Then online teaching has become affordable. Then convenience, yes. The last two is where I would want all of you to please concentrate. Growing number of skills, hobby, tuition, and competitive classes, which are getting online. Now, how is it possible to start all this? I would say with zero investment. Okay, for a teacher, if the teacher has got a laptop already and a good internet connection, that is all which is required for you to start your own online classes. No paid options necessary. I will be giving you a lot of tools on how to do it also. And the last point here, easy to launch a niche course online. Now, what do you mean by niche? Now, if one of you say, if I ask you, okay, what is the course that you want to start online? You might say, yes, sir, I want to start mathematics classes. I want to start science classes. I want to start social studies classes also. For which grade? From first standard to 10th standard. Okay. I would say this is not niche. Rather, if one of you say, I am experienced in teaching 9th and 10th standard students, CBSE. I am going to train them for writing the examinations. Yes, that's your niche. One of you might say, I am good at phonics. Let me concentrate on the basics. I will help grade 1 or preschoolers with phonics. That's good. Other person might say, I am good at grammar. Okay. Yes, that's your niche. Start off. So like that, you need to think of a niche course. Okay. So moving ahead, what are the challenges? What do you think are the challenges? I know many of you are here because you face some challenges or you feel, okay, this is something where I need assistance on. What do you think are the challenges that an online teacher faces? That an, yes, any of you want to, you can unmute and tell me, or you can type it. What are the challenges that an online teacher faces? Okay, we will look at a few challenges. I think the first one, right? So difficulty in getting admissions. Okay. Then how to use digital tools. Now a science teacher might say, I am very happy when I take offline classes. I can show experiments for my students. What to do when I go online, right? So this is a challenge which many of the teachers face. Okay, let me see. Keeping students uh, attention, then language barrier, lack of knowledge. Yes, finding students. Yes, we will look at a few more. Don't know how to set up an online teaching academy. I have got my notes. Okay, I have got worksheets. Where do I put it? Is WhatsApp enough for me? This could be a challenge that you're facing. Then lack of technological understanding, right? So one of you, I saw that you have written handling Zoom, right? So yes, so maybe there you will take the help of one of your family members on creating meeting ID, meeting link, all that. And this is also very important, getting the trust or gaining the trust of parents and students, which is directly linked to difficulty in getting admissions. And of course, hardware and networking issues. So these are some of the issues which we all face. Okay. So in this webinar, I'm going to give you tips on how to overcome all these challenges. Okay. So let's start. Now, why are we having this webinar? This is something which I need to tell you all. Up Educators, we started in the year 2021, and we had just one batch, one course actually. We started off with one batch, which is a Google Certified Educator certification. But now, across these 5 years, we have reached 13 plus courses and we have trained 1 lakh plus teachers across India, teachers, students, all this. And we are at 4.8 rating on Google. Now, why am I mentioning all these things? Because all these matter when you want to start your own online journey. Because we are a totally online company. I am taking this session right now. I am based in Coorg, Karnataka. I am taking this session from here. I have got 25 of my colleagues who are spread across India. Our students are spread across India, and all the classes that we handle are live interactive sessions. We don't have an offline setup. So we thought, okay, the last 5 years journey, let us crystallize it and give you what are the learnings that we have. Okay. So let's start now. So this is the step-by-step framework. Okay. Please note this. If you want, you can write down too. This is the step-by-step framework. First step is to find a profitable course. You could be a social studies teacher. You could be a mathematics teacher. No problem. Each of your subject has got students. Only thing is, we need to design the course in the right manner. Okay. So step one is to find the profitable course. I will be going to each one of these steps in detail in a while. Step two, you create the curriculum for that course. Okay. Step three, learn the AI tools to create resources. Create resources means you need to create lesson plans, you need to create presentations, you need to create worksheets, notes for your students, all this. Okay. Let us take the help of AI and create those resources. After these resources are ready, step four, where do you host it? You should know where to put that content that you've created so that students can easily access it. Step five is learn to how promote it, right? We are looking at the digital marketing part of it. So your course content is ready. How do you make people know that you have a course for them? That is step five. And then step six, how do you gain the trust of customers through branding? Okay, here I'm looking at the Google Certified Educator certification. So let's go into each one of them in detail. Hope you're finding this interesting and hope my speed is okay. Let me know if I have to go slow, fast. Yeah. Now let's look at the step one. So step one, as I told you, it is identifying your niche. So it's not that only one course you need to start. No, it could be three different courses that you want to start. Perfectly fine. Initially, do that. Okay. But you will have to make sure that you don't have a very generalized topic. For example, if you're an English teacher, don't tell that I'm going to start English for grade 1 to 10. Avoid it as much as possible. Look at few groups. Okay. Now say you might handle for English teachers, one example that I'm giving, 8th, ninth, and 10th, preparing them for the examination. Yes, that's one segment. The other segment could be most of the students find grammar tough. So you handle the grammar part of it. Then one more group could be the basics, okay, the phonics part. So you could have three different programs with regard to English itself. Okay, customize that program. Now a mathematics teacher might say, I am handling 8th, ninth, and 10th standard students, preparing them for the board exam, especially ICSE. Good, that's your niche. Or you could say, I am going to take remedial classes for grade 4 to 8 standard who are finding it difficult now. Different concepts are getting introduced. I'm going to take classes for them. Yes, go ahead. Okay. So like this, you need to think of your niche. Okay. Now a science teacher, good, might say, I'm going to handle physics. Okay. Especially like you can market it this way where word problem, I mean, sorry, yeah, word problems, right? So the questions where they need to understand it and then write and analyze and then present or do the form, apply the formula and then find the answer. This is something which many of the students find difficult, right? So you could mark it that way, but you could be taking the complete syllabus. Now, or you might say during the holidays, I'm going to take classes mainly to prepare students for the board examinations. Okay. So like this, you can think of your niche. Yes, I see a hand raised. Yes, ma'am. Sir, you would want to ask a question or shall we go ahead? Okay. So like this, we need to identify the niche. Why? Why this niche is necessary? Because there is a good demand of students. When you're targeting a niche, there is less competition and you are confident of your own skills, right? Now, if you say, I'm going to take classes for students, prepare them for the competitive examinations, for the college entrance examinations. Yes, go ahead. That's your niche. Okay, because that needs a different approach towards teaching, right? So most of it is reasoning, multiple choice questions versus something for the board exam where they need to write descriptive answers. So choose your niche. Step one. Here again, I'm telling you, it is not just one course. You could choose 5 courses, 3 courses initially, but what we have seen is after about 3 or 4 batches, you will stick to 1 or 2 courses maximum. Okay. So step one, find a profitable course. Now, you might have a question. Okay, I've thought of a course. Are people searching for it? Right? So here, you should look at different tools. One of the tools that you can check is called as Google Trends. Okay, Google Trends. Now, what does this website or this software do? It is the search details of Google. For example, if you are handling mathematics for, say, 9th standard ICSE, you want to check how many people are searching for mathematics 9th standard ICSE coaching. So if you enter that in Google Trends, it will give you the complete details. For the last 1 year, how many people have searched for it. Okay, so this is one of the examples, like one of the tools which you can use so that you understand whether people are really searching for it or not, all that. Now, the second thing that you can do, go to websites like Coursera, okay, and Udemy and check whether people are enrolling for the courses which are there. Also, check videos on YouTube on the particular topic that you're going to handle. How many views it has? Who is the person who is handling classes there? Okay, so like this, you will be able to identify whether, say, it could be a totally different course that you're planned. Say, for example, Vedic maths. Okay, are there people searching for it? How many people are searching for it in India? You will get to see using Google Trends. Okay, yes. So step one was identifying the niche. Now, let me just take you back. Yes. Now the step two, you decided on the course. Step two is to design the course. Okay, design the course. Now, what do we mean by designing the course? You need to decide how many days in a week you're going to take the class. Basically, the duration of the course. I'm just typing it in also as I'm explaining. Duration of the course. Days in the week, how many days in a week are you going to handle? Okay, and then what is the duration of each class? So this is what you need to decide. Are you going to take it for 4 days in a week? Which are the days? What is the duration of the class? Is it 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 50, 80 minutes? You can decide on the duration of the class. Now, why is it necessary? Because you need to spread your curriculum across this duration. You might say, I'm going to take for 4 months. Okay, 4 months, 3 days in a week, 1.5 hour session. Done. Okay, so now you need to design the curriculum according to that. So you should be able to complete the curriculum within that time slot. Now, if you're handling for CBSE, mainly the board exams, no? There, you know that generally it is year-long program, right? You might start in June, end in, say, Jan, then prepare them for the examinations, end in March. Done. So like this, you need to think of the duration of the program, and then you need to design the curriculum for that. Okay. Now, when I say curriculum, do I need to sit and write all that? Okay, week one, this is what I'm going to do. Week two, no. This is where you need to take the help of AI tools. It could be Gemini, it could be ChatGPT, it could be Claude. Use these tools to generate the curriculum. And one more model that you can use is called as ADDIE. Okay, this is not an AI tool. ADDIE model is not an AI tool. It's a model through which you can design a good course. Okay, now what is ADDIE? ADDIE stands for analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. This is the cycle that you need to follow when you design the course. Okay. Now, hope step 2, all of you have understood. So quick repetition before we go into step 3. Step 1, identify the course that you want to start. Step 2, use the AI tools and design the curriculum for that. Step 3 is where you create the teaching resources. With teaching resources, I mean you have the curriculum in the previous session, previous step. Now, for the first class, for the session 1, what is it that you're going to cover? How should you start the class? Normally in a school, we create the lesson plan, right? Now, because AI is here, you can create wonderful lesson plans. Now, why am I stressing on learning AI, all that? Because you should now concentrate more on delivering the content rather than creating the content. Okay. Now, for creating the content, AI tools, for creating lesson plans, you need to create presentations also. How are you going to share the screen, right? So you need to think of maybe having a PowerPoint presentation. Now, again, if you've got 20 sessions, are you going to create 20 presentations? No, not required. Here again, take the help of wonderful tools like Gamma, through which you can create presentations just by giving a prompt. Okay, do it, create the presentations. Then you need to use tools like Canva. Okay, why? You can create good worksheets, you can create good quizzes, interactive quizzes, and you can create simulations also. I'll show a few. Okay, using Canva itself, you can create simulations. And just by giving a prompt, again, just by giving a prompt. Now you might have a question, is it free, sir? Yes, it is free. Okay, so like this, you need to create simulations. Yeah. Now, before I move on to this particular, that is step 4, I want to just give you a small demonstration of what makes engaging content. Okay, if you look at the screen, hope you're all able to see this tug of war math game that has been created, right? Now, here, I saw one of the messages which said, how do you make it interactive for the students? This is one of them. In the class, have 2 groups of students, ask them to answer this. Let them type the answer. You can create simulations like this. So one group answers 2 here, answer. You will see that the red blob in the center comes this side. Now this chance, okay, 0. Yes. So like this, they can play this game. Now say I enter 3, wrong answer. It doesn't move. So you can create a simulation like this. One more simulation is the water cycle simulation. Okay. Now here, this again has been created just by giving a prompt. Okay. What happens if the temperature increases? You will see that evaporation is happening quicker. What happens if the wind speed increases? You can check. What happens if the temperature decreases? Okay. So like this, you can create simulations. Now, another thing is the interactive lessons that can be created. Now, with interactive lessons, I mean you can show them a video, scroll down. They can have different, like drag and drop it. Okay, respiratory system. So you can drag and drop. This is a game that can be created again. They can have a drop down kind of thing where they will be able to see the information. There is a flip card which the students can use. They can have again a drag and drop option, all this. Okay, so like this. Then the next thing is something for the language teachers here. Tool details, yes, Gemini. Okay, I use Gemini to create this. And also Canva. Okay, also Canva. Now for the language teacher, this is something I think Dinesh sir was asking. Yes.
A से अनार,
So like this, we can have,
आ, ए से एड़ी,
okay. So like this, I can have
क
content.
से कबूतर,
Yeah. So all this, I've created the simulations and hosted it on the website. Okay. Abdul sir, all the tools are free. Yes, sir, it is free. All the tools, or rather all the presentations or the content that I've created, no, are all free. Okay. Yes. Now, another thing which I can show you, another thing that we can show you that I wanted to show you is I've used GEMS feature in Gemini. GEMS feature in Gemini. Okay. Again, for maths, you will have to create the simulation, sir. Okay. Now here, this one option, what can happen is, see here, I have given, this is a civilization expert, a person who has lived both in the Egyptian and the Indus Valley civilization. Egyptian and the Indus Valley civilization. Now, I have uploaded the NCERT syllabus, and then I can ask questions. Rather, you can share this chatbot with the students, okay? And they can ask questions for this chatbot. Now, for example, they could ask, how was the design of houses in both the civilizations? Give in tabular format. Okay. Now, the students has asked asked a question, how was the design of houses in both the civilizations? Now, it will read through the content, the textbook that has been uploaded, and it will give you the output. You can ask it to create images also, because if you go to this plus symbol and then go to create image and ask it to do it, it will create an image taking information from the textbook which has been uploaded. For this, I've used Gemini GEMS feature. Okay. So like this, you can create interactive content. Now you're seeing it. It is Canva, which I've used. I have created a presentation. I've asked 5-slide presentation on angles for grade 6 students. It has created this presentation again free. Okay. Whenever it is a paid tool, I'll tell you this is paid. But 99% of the tools that I will show you are all free to use. Okay. Now here, you have created this presentation. Okay. And it has only put out images, text, all that. And the wonderful thing is, if you go to the audio option here, you can create audio. Okay. Now, for example, I'll just copy the content. This is something for the mathematics teachers here. Okay. Now I'll select it, generate AI voice. Now for this slide, it will generate the voice and it will put it here. Okay. Now I think you all would be curious to see how this works, right? Okay.
Triangle ruler corner of a book right pointing arrow right
Okay.
angle, exactly 90
So
degrees.
like this, you can generate. Now you can add your own voice also. Okay. But now, once you've created this presentation, you can click on share, download. You can download it as a MP4 video also. So that means you can create educational content directly from here. Or you want a PPT file, yes, you can download it. Yeah. So like this, you can create lots of content. Okay. Now, I think let us get back. So that was the step 3, where you created different content by using learning different tools. Now, step 4 is, yes, all this content is ready. Where do you put it, right? How do you share it with the students? Now, some of you might be using WhatsApp only, right? You will create a group on WhatsApp, add the students, you will share notes through WhatsApp, you will share assignments through WhatsApp, all that. No. What you need is the last thing which is mentioned here, LMS, a teaching app. LMS stands for Learning Management System. Okay, Learning Management System. Now, what is the tool to use? Very simple. You can use this tool. You can see the demonstration here. So it has created different topics. It has created assignments. You've added students. So how many of them have handed in? How many of them have assigned? All these details are there in this particular tool. You can share files also. Okay. And again, this tool is free to use. Okay. What is the tool that we are looking at? It is Google Classroom. Okay. And if you have your own Gmail ID, that's enough. Through your Gmail ID, you can access Google Classroom. You can add students to this Google Classroom, and you can create a setup like this, an LMS. Now, going back, what is the other thing after creating this LMS? You also need to have a website also, right? Because slowly we are moving towards the marketing part of it. Now, how many of you want to have your own website? How many of you want to have your own website? I'll give you the tool also through which you can create your own website. Okay. Google gives you a tool called Google Sites. Yeah. Now, how is it possible in Google Sites? Do I need to learn programming? Do I need to know HTML, Java? Absolutely not. If you know Word, that's good enough for you to create your own website. This website will have text, pictures, videos, YouTube videos, route map if you want, Google form. All this can be added into this Google Sites. Okay, and this is absolutely free. You can publish it also. You will get a URL also. Okay, so you need to learn this. And actually telling you in the courses that we offer, no, participants learn about Google Sites, or rather create their own website within about 2 hours class. 1.5 hours, one session. The next session, half an hour, their website is up and running. Next, you also need to think of a payment gateway to collect fees, course fees, all that. Now, do you need to pay for this payment gateway? No, not required actually. You should learn Google Forms. Okay, this is necessary. Google Forms. So once you learn Google Forms, you can put in your UPI QR code there in the form. There is an upload option that can be given, and they can just click on upload the payment details that have come up, and they should be able to, you should be able to get the whole thing in a Excel format. Okay, so the next thing, you also need to learn about Google Business Page. Okay, Google Business Page. Now again, what is this Google Business Page? I'm sure all of you have used this. Now I'll give you a few examples. Now, maybe holiday, you want to travel to some nice resort, or you want to eat at a restaurant. But before that, you will check the rating, right, on Google, whether it is out of 5, what is the rating, what have people written about this particular place, all this. That is the Google Business Page. Now, is it free to create? Yes. Using your Gmail ID, you can create a Google Business Page. This page will be, actually it is called as the first website, because this page will have pictures. You can put your website link also. If you don't have it, is fine. You can put the route map. You can put the call button through which they can directly click and call comes to you. Address, open and close timings, your brochure, all this can be put up here. Okay, and the advantage is if you create a Google business page, you will go higher in the search. Now, most of us want that, right? If somebody is searching for good physics teacher, now if you're a physics teacher, your name, you would want your name to come up somewhere here where it is showing Shiksha tuitions or Shiksha coaching center like this. You want it here. How does it happen? This is one of the methods through which you can have the name come up higher in the list. Okay. Yes. Now, what next? We have seen about the LMS part. Step 5 is to think of how do you market the program? How do you market the course? Okay. Now, what do you feel when you're online? Does the brochure, all that work? How would you market your course? What is the method that you would follow? Okay. Basically, how can we promote something online? Ads. Okay. Where? Ads on what? Paper, newspaper? Yes, social media, right? Instagram. Perfect. So you need to learn at least the basics of digital and social media marketing. Okay. Now let me ask you one question. How did you get to know about this webinar? How did you get to know about this webinar? On Google Web, okay. On Instagram, yeah, on WhatsApp. Okay. How did we target you? How did Up Educators know that you might be interested to join this webinar? Right? So that is the not see, we have two kinds of marketing. Organic marketing, which most of us do. We put out reels on Instagram, all free, right? We put out a post on WhatsApp and ask friends and family to share it within their groups, all that. That is organic marketing. The second thing is what is interesting. Okay, you would have seen ads like this, right? So from Up Educators also, you would have got ads. Now, what are these? These are paid Facebook and Instagram marketing. So you need to make sure that you learn this part also. Very simple to learn. Only thing is, this is paid. Okay, now for some of you who might be thinking, okay, I've given you all free tools. Yes, this is the paid part of it. So you can start as low as 250, 300 rupees also, where you can target the audience. With target the audience, I mean, see, this is one demonstration. Okay, you can select the audience here and say you want to show it to, this ad should be shown to parents or rather say women who are in the age group of say 45 to say 35 to 45, you know that, and who are mothers who are in a particular area, you can select it like that, whose children are going to a ICSE school. So this ad is shown to only them. Now you might be wondering how did Facebook get to know all this, right? Actually, Google has got 2000 points of each one of us. What is your favorite color? Where did you visit last Sunday? Which restaurant you went to? Okay. All these details are available. How? We are using Android phones and all the tools, Facebook, Instagram, all that is free, right? So how does that company make money? It is through the data that we give them. And you can access that data at a cost. Okay. So this is the social media marketing. But you also need to learn Canva. Okay. You also need to learn about Canva. Why? So that you can create very nice posts for Instagram, ads for maybe for your website, even banners, brochures, logo, all that can be created, okay, using Canva. Next comes the trust part, right? How do you make sure that, okay, first round you got admissions. Okay, how do you make sure that you use that set of students and get more admissions? That is through the reviews that you need to ask them. So you created a Google business page. Now, after the first batch, ask them, please put out your reviews on Google business page. Okay. That's why you would have seen many places, they will ask you to write reviews. Why? So that you go higher in the search. Okay. Now moving on, there is one more interesting thing which you all should know. Now we have looked at the whole process. We have marketed it also. Now the parents start calling you. Now there are two things which you need to be ready with. First is the sales pitch. Okay, I'll write it here. Sales pitch. Now, what do you mean by a sales pitch? When the parent calls you and tells, "Ma'am, I want to put my child for the maths class that you're conducting. How is it different, ma'am?" Okay. So you need to be ready with that 30-second or 1-minute sales pitch. What is it different that you're offering? Okay. It could be the simulation that I just showed you, or it could be that you are a Google certified educator. So which are ready to handle classes online. Say, or you could say, I am going to give you recorded sessions. So prepare that sales pitch and be ready to talk to the parent. Now, after that, the next thing is, okay, you might say, the child can attend a demo class with me. Okay. So for the demo class, you need to make sure that demo class, that one chance that you get with the student, make sure that you do it wonderfully well. Now, one of the tools which you can use to create a very good demo class is Nearpod. Okay, Nearpod. It's a wonderful tool. You can add a lot of interactivity. With interactivity, I mean, you can show a YouTube video, but see, many of us share YouTube videos with our students. Now, how sure are we that they are looking through the videos, whether they have skipped the video? Now, what if you are able to add questions in between the video? Even though it is not your own video, you can add questions in between the video so that when the student is watching the video will pause, questions will pop up, they have to answer, only then it will move to the next part. And you will get a report. How many students have looked at the question, answered, right answer, wrong answer, all that. Plus 3D models, simulations, all this is possible using this particular tool called Nearpod. Okay. Then, as I was telling you about the sales pitch, you also should be ready for the most, we have actually 7 most common sales objections. Okay. You also would have come across these. They will say price is too much, or they'll say I need to discuss with my family members and then tell you. Right now, I think my child is not doesn't require this. So what do you tell for these? So you should be ready with those answers also. Next comes the most tricky part and the last part of this session. How do you price the course? Okay. Now this actually I don't have an answer because each one of us are at different levels. Now somebody who's already started online classes, no, if they have been doing for 6 months, they know, okay, this is the amount I can charge. Or I started with as low as maybe 200, 300 rupees. Now I have, because of the number of students and how I have taught my students, the number of students has increased. Now I'm not going to charge 300, I'm going to charge 500 rupees per session. There are teachers here who are part of our courses who take the Cambridge and the IB boards, catering for students in Singapore, Australia, who are charging 2,500 to 3,000 rupees per hour. Okay, per hour. So that's their niche. But I know work timings are slightly different from the Indian timing, all that. They're staying in Mumbai. I've got a teacher who is handling this. Okay, so if you plan and start, there is no boundary, or rather thing that, okay, I can't charge so much. Okay, this you need to figure out. How do you want to start off with? Okay, and then we have the step 6, which is Google certification. Okay, so you can become a Google certified educator provided you learn the Google tools and take up an exam from Google and you become a Google certified educator. This is the certificate that you get, and it adds a lot of value for an online educator. Okay. Now, let me just take you through these things. Now, whatever I explained, okay, I've given you a lot of tools also. Now, we also conduct a 5-week training program, which is 3 days in a week, 1.5 hour session, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 to 10. We have a course where I will be guiding you on the complete step-by-step process on starting your own online teaching journey. With this course, you get 5 weeks of Google Certified Educator certification course free of cost. So totally, it's a 10-week module. Okay, there are some assignments, all that. Now, this is the batch details, but I have got a surprise for you. Okay, just look at the cost. But again, I will give you a wonderful option which is there now. So the next batch is starting on 28th of August. It is 3 times a week, 5 weeks duration, 8:30 to 10. The course fees is 11,900 plus 18% GST. The Google Certified Educator program, which we generally charge 8,900 plus the exam fee, is totally free for you all. And we prepare you to take up the exam from Google, NASSCOM, which is the Future Skills AI for Educator program, examination. If you clear this exam, it's an online examination, multiple choice. If you clear this examination, you get a 5,000 rupees refund. Okay, you get a 5,000 rupees refund from the government. We will help you with this part. So effectively, it is almost 50% on the 11,900 fees that we charge. Okay, now for the next, I think 1 minute before I start taking questions and give you the option to fill out the form, okay, to get the certificate, you just need to bear with me for the next 2 minutes, where I just want to tell you about the different courses that we offer at Up Educators. So we offer the Google Certified Educator program. We have the Google Trainer program, AI course for educational leaders, that is principals and management, academic heads. We also offer an advanced AI course for teachers. And of course, the course that I just told you, online teaching course for educators. We have the CICTL program for some of you who want to work in a Cambridge school. This is a certification program which we offer. We also offer the STEM certified teachers program. I think a lot of boards now, they are incorporating STEM into maths, science, all this. Okay, now we have STEAM also, where this course will be all practical things. You will be taught on how to incorporate STEM. We have a robotics program also. Then for the early childhood, we have ECCE, we have nursery teachers training, we also have a Montessori teacher training. All these are certified programs. Okay, I'll stop here. First thing, thank you for being so patient and being part of this webinar. Really appreciate that you all, I know after a tough day at school, you've come back and then you have attended this webinar. Thank you. Hope I've been able to add value for the 1 hour that you all spent with me. I will share the link. I'll share rather 2 links with you all. Okay. The first link is, okay, just give me a minute. Yeah, this is a Google review link. So if any of you are interested to get the Google review, if you want to write about what you felt good about this webinar or opposite, please make sure that you type it in this, okay, in the link. Now I have shared a link to get the certificate. Okay, link to get the certificate. I will share both the links in a while, and after that, I'll take questions. Okay, so please make sure that you click and fill out the details. Yes, so thank you. A lot of comments here. Thank you. Please request you just to fill out the Google review link, as well as the second one is very important. You need to click and fill out the details through which you can get the certificate, okay, and the recording of this session. Yes, if any of you want to log out, good night. Thank you for being part of this session. Yes, Solin ma'am, I'll take your questions.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the lovely session. It was really, I got to learn so much from you today. And I'm so glad I get to participate because I never knew most of the things, although I did know because of social media and everything. So, I have like I'm beginning to start my journey, as an
Okay.
online teacher. It's just something I always wanted to try. So now I do have some bases for the Indians, right? Local Indians. So I want to build my bases on international because I have some of my students internationally. So for that, I need a gateway, right? Like a payment gateway. So how can you guide me through that? Can you tell me how you can guide me through that process?
Okay. For international students, you got two options, ma'am. Okay. One is what they call as PayPal. Okay. PayPal.
Okay.
This is one. Now, this is not very popular in India, but outside, yes, it is popular. The other option is, I think ICICI Bank, most of the private sector banks like ICICI, HDFC, they also offer payment gateways. If you have an account under them, they will offer you a link, payment gateway link. Okay. But they will charge, I think, 2.5%, 3% on the amount that comes to your account. But you'll have to fill out, or rather submit all the documents which are mandatory.
For that particular bank.
Yeah.
Say, right?
Yes. Okay. Then
thank you, sir.
These two are the options, ma'am. Thank you, Pannalakshmi ma'am. Yeah. So, Solin ma'am, hope I have been able to answer you.
Yeah, as I have a second question actually. So you were saying about
No,
the website. We can make the website through Word, right? That's
what
what.
is it?
No. It is through Google Sites.
Sorry, yeah, Google site. But
Okay.
okay, exactly, sir, because I think you said.
No, what I meant was, it doesn't need any programming experience. Like you don't need to know. See, when you think of a website, you might think, okay, I need to know HTML, I need to know Java, I need to know Python.
That's
Not required.
okay.
If you go to Google Sites, it is very easy to do it. You can create your own website maybe within 2 hours, or you can join the course with us.
So this okay. So this is completely free, right, sir?
Yeah. Google Sites is totally free.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, sir. That's all I have.
Yeah. Okay, hope all of you have filled out the forms. Thank you, all of you, for being part of this session. Any more questions, or can we close?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
I'm actually working as an early educator and parenting coach, sir. So when I'm having one doubt, like, see, my target audience is like 4 to 6 years kids along with their mothers. So when I use Canva for matching and flashcards like that, how can I share my screen for multiple, students so that they can also handle the screen without interrupting each other's screen?
Correct. So what you need to do is you need to use Canva code, okay, to develop interactive worksheets, all that. And when you publish it, it comes as a website link. It basically publishes a website with a link to that website. This you need to share it with the group. when they are taking online classes, no? You share it with them. So each person has got a separate thing, and you will get a report. How many of them have answered it correctly, wrong, all that details you can get.
Okay. Sir, during online session only, I will get the answers, sir.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You
So,
can, you can have two options. Either they fill out and you check it later, or
okay.
live.
Okay. Okay, sir. Can work out. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, Dinesh ji, बोलिए.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Dinesh ji.
Sir, I need a recording for this session.
Yes, yes. Please fill out the form, sir. The online teaching webinar link that I shared, right? Please fill it out. You will be getting the link, the recording of the session as well as the participation certificate latest by tomorrow afternoon.
Is this course is available in Hindi? Yeah, Hindi, English also, both language.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah. It is there. It is there in both.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Saima ma'am, you raised your hand.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I have one question. While giving the demo, sometimes we have to use the virtual whiteboard and sometimes we have to use the YouTube videos. So it is very much disturbing to change from one slide to another slide. We are sharing the virtual whiteboard, then we have to share the YouTube video. So it is very much disturbing. So is there any any app or any website in which we can use all the things at one time?
Okay. See, that is with the paid options, ma'am.
Okay.
When you go for the paid thing, no, then you will get features like this.
Because
Okay.
it is very disturbing that the flow is disturbed when we are sharing one page, and when we change to share another page, the flow is disturbed. Many times this happen.
Okay. Actually, no, ma'am. It is all how you handle. Basically, how you handle it is the one of the main things, ma'am. Okay. It needs a little. How many years you've been using these tools, ma'am? Is it recently that you started online?
No. I have 5 years experience in online teaching.
Good. Okay. Then I
But
think
this
if the number of students are good, no, then you can go for the paid option.
okay. Yes, sir. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
So good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, Shilpi ma'am.
Sir, actually, I got gap in my teaching 8 years
Mhm.
as I got married. So now I am unable to come back again. So what I had to do?
Okay. Uh, I would say for persons like you, okay,
Yeah.
uh, I would say take the help of a mentor, ma'am, like say join a course or something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Where it's not recorded session, it's a live session. So
Okay.
any questions that you have, then it can be cleared immediately. And any doubts that you have, you say basically there is a group of people rather than you alone. If there is a group of people, most of them would be on the same lines as you. So then that interaction, all that will give you more confidence. You just need confidence, I think, ma'am. You can start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, then I think we will close for today. Good night. Thank you.